Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network.
You're listening to TFG Football.
Hello everyone, here we are once again. It's the TFG Football, Indian Football Podcast, and joining me in the studio as usual is Kevin and Chiranjeet. Now today we have, before we enter the main discussion and the topic of debate, we shall touch upon a few things that's happened. Apparently reports say that Chennai City foreign players have complained they have not been paid. Is that the reason why they're not performing, or some players? Well, the other news doing the rounds is there have been 75. How many shortlisted coaches for under 17?
They will be shortlisting 7 of the around 75 applications.
Okay. Well, let's see if it happens before October. Because
obviously it will have to happen before October.
No, you never know. It's AIFF, man. I mean, they're still doing it.
They're supposed to announce the name of the coach before March begins.
So that's what I'm saying. It's AIFF. The way they put tendering papers again and again, and put it out to January, and then gave teams like 3 days, 2 days, or a month to prepare. So you never know, right? It's under 17 World Cup. Josh mein aake bola re.
But one of the things that concerns me is that how did they let Tanky be khali?
Moment of silence done. Let's get on with that.
That was for no comments.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Moment of silence for that.
No. This is the problem is a bit bigger though, because we have seen this before, right? We have 2014-15. We just talked to Sanjay Sen a few days ago, and he also mentioned that happens. Clubs fail to pay players on time. Happens. It's a sad reality. Even Delhi Dynamos ka kuch hua tha, one of the players, Marcelino ke saath. So sometimes it can happen. Sometimes the finances may not work out. But this is where a club that has long been in top division gets some advantage, because you have a reputation ki nahi yaar de dega. वैसा कुछ नहीं होगा. Like even if it's late, you will get it eventually. Chennai City new club, it becomes tougher, because you don't have word of mouth reputation.
Yeah, even the profit, how do they even manage? Because their stadium, I don't think they're finding any profit in their stadiums, because it's either free or free entry or priced at around 25-30
Even though the prices are kept low as 25 rupees, they are not able to fill up the stadium.
Yeah.
So even if they do, they are hardly any income.
They would never have filled up that stadium, but you would have expected some 5,000, 6,000, whatever. But Mohun Bagan ka bhi nahi aa raha yaar, like. That's a combination of factors. So a lot of things are going wrong this season, but hopefully these are temporary problems.
Yeah. Well, I think that's why we were tagged in a picture, and that's why there was no response for this man who just spoke.
No, seriously, it's a very different thing. You saw that first match that happened in Barasat. Yeah. That was a full house. Yeah. Suddenly you move to Rabindra Sarovar, there is a crowd problem. So
this comparison doesn't make sense to me also. I just want to irk you, that's why I said. Let's move on to the actual stuff, Mohun Bagan, we should talk about today. Before that, the rival club, or your second favourite club, that as I say, East Bengal, had their first defeat in the league. And courtesy, Aizawl FC. Crazy stuff, right?
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Who saw that coming?
We all did. We all wanted to.
Yeah.
We all wanted to see that, and it happened. And thanks to Aizawl FC team, right? 1-0 victory. Who cares? 3 points in the bag. You defeated a giant team that was the table toppers, and first time is also apparently first time Aizawl has beaten East Bengal in Aizawl, and that's a massive record, right? From a team that was relegated for no fault of theirs, then beat some of the top teams in Federation Cup, were the runners up, could have beaten Bagan, but hey, runners up. Yeah. Then bought into, not because they had any sympathy or or liking towards Aizawl, but AIF wanted number of teams into I-League, they came. But we say they earned their position, okay? Yeah. And here they are, unlike some other teams that say they want top 3 finishing, but here they are sitting, walking the talk. They don't even talk. They just walk.
This is the bigger ramification is that this is for the first time a club from Mizoram has probably beaten a club from Bengal.
Yeah, very
so these old footballing bastions are for the first time like getting an equal battle. So that's another interesting dynamic of this. Just look at the way they ran their game. Like, it wasn't anything pretty. like nothing you want to write home about. But yeah, they kept doing it. Like second half, they just started. Aizawl FC started on this like fervor, man. They just wanted that goal, and it was attack after attack, and suddenly, like near the hour mark, I think the goal went in. And even after that, it wasn't like East Bengal gave up. Just the discipline they showed, just holding them off. And East Bengal obviously a bit of a scrappy finishing, and they were unlucky with Willis Plaza's injury. I think he needs an MRI on that, by the way. Probably out of the next game. May even miss a couple of more games, so that's a troublesome thing for them. But Aizawl FC, props, just showing sheer guts and holding them off.
Kevin, your thoughts?
What they intended to do is to shut off the midfield of East Bengal. So they did that by crowding every player who had the ball and his next best passing option. So it was more like rushing towards the ball every time East Bengal had the ball. But you have to look at East Bengal in the way that they were not at the top best. You know, they didn't look, apart from Vetsin's attempt right in the beginning of the game when he hit the crossbar. It gave signs that East Bengal are here to just kill off the game early on. But they never looked likely to score after that. You know, Aizawl got that single goal. But it was the effort of the team entirely. It was not a commendable goal that you can really give credit to that individual effort. It was just, you know, giving you all out. You get that one goal only if you put in that effort. And Jarian was excellent. Yeah. You have to give credit to that man. He took in, I think, 3 or 4 boots from everybody. but he was there.
But the guy was a bit disappointing in the final third, though. He had a few chances. He was shooting all over the place.
Yeah, so not a high quality game from even East Bengal were not at the best. Aizawl not getting into as often as possible. You know, they were good in the midfield. They were able to retain the ball. They were able to move the ball up. Jayesh Rane, you expected more from him. He was not there. Birthday boy.
Birthday boy, probably
not really. He might be thinking of the after celebrations.
But he definitely did. He could celebrate after the match, you know.
No, this is something very significant has happened. Is that the coaches Aizawl FC had in the past, they did not use the plus points of the team as a utility against these other teams. Okay, it's like we had that Spanish coach who was trying to play his own beautiful brand of football that didn't work out. We had Johar Das who sort of knew Indian football better. This comes with knowing Indian football better, who managed to channel them to some extent. You know, the Federation Cup final run was an example of that. But what Khalid Jamil does, that he went in knowing that what's better, what's an advantage for Aizawl FC is it's because they have extra stamina and they are better in the midfield. So what do? You outrun the opponent every time and you crowd the midfield. That way, especially a team like East Bengal, which depends on its midfield for most of its attacks, gets silenced to some extent. If you do it long enough, if you do it repeatedly, then it works out. And, props to the spies who recorded those secret East Bengal training sessions. Khalid Jamil is, trying some of that naughty stuff as well. So, yeah, pretty good. I mean, as long as they're getting results, they will, justify it.
Yeah, since we're talking about birthday boy, today is his counterpart, his best friend. I think they share everything together, just like they moved from Mumbai FC to Aizawl. His friend, his co-friend, I would say. Ashutosh Mehta's birthday today. So just belated birthday wishes to Jayesh Rane and happy birthday to Ashutosh. Now moving on, let's come back to Mohun Bagan as they kickstart, as they're going to play Club Valencia in the AFC Cup qualifiers tonight. And there's something going around, and it looks like they're like, damn it, who Club Valencia? Okay, we just go there, we just show off who we are, man. We are Federation Cup champions, we won this, we won that. So we just go there without our head coach, without our star players, because you know what? We can beat them hands down. That's what, that's what it's like, right?
Look, this is it looks a bit better than the prospect against that Sri Lankan club, Colombo FC. Is because this is not the league champion, it's the cup champion from Maldives, right? So this team in their last 6 matches lost, hands down. Had lot of trouble scoring, did not put up a good show at all, and this is their preseason. Another bad thing that these particular countries clubs face, like Malaysia or Singapore or Maldives, is because their season starts like March, April or whatever. So when they are playing AFC Cup qualifiers early in the year, it's during when they have no match practice, and Mohun Bagan are going there with like the toughest and most thick kind of fixture match practice you can have.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mohun Bagan obviously have the upper hand. This, just look at a player by player comparison. They're they're foreigners, 4 foreigners. They got that Chinonye guy from Nigeria, midfielder, the striker Omodu. They got that Malaysian guy, their number 10, I think his name is Hussein Nihan. These are not like well-known players. These are not renowned in Asia or anything. That's how it is. Club Valencia probably has a 1/3 budget that Mohun Bagan has. It's a small club. It's not even the best in that country. I'm sure they have done a little bit of rejigging in the squad because they are playing AFC this season. But the team reminds me of a bit of Mumbai FC. Okay, it sort of plays defensive, sort of plays a cautious
Did you say
game.
defensive? Mumbai FC and
I
defensive?
hope, I hope Santosh Kashyap
Santosh Kashyap is listening to this. He can say whatever he wants, but we have seen the significant points Mumbai FC earning this season. It has all come through defensive play. Okay, forget attacking. Mumbai FC doesn't have that good an attack. So that same thing with these guys. Okay, they played Thimphu City away from home. They could not stand. Maybe altitude got to them, or the weather was not. Obviously, Maldives is a very close to sea and a humid country, and they go to Thimphu, which is cold as shit right now. So that was a 0-0 draw. They come back here. They could not score for like 78, 79 minutes, and in towards the end, when the other team sort of gave up again, it was a big weather change for them as well. So they won it, but it's hard to imagine this team standing up to Mohun Bagan,
Yeah, I mean, see, taking all your points into consideration, we would never picked Valencia as favourites or Mohun Bagan. It would have been clear-cut Mohun Bagan having an upper hand. But why this approach? Not even a head coach is not going.
Okay, no.
So is it like taking
Two
it
things.
so lightly?
There's a danger of that, obviously.
Okay.
But you have to rest some of your players. Like Sonny Norde, we know he's
Yeah,
playing with a
of
knee
course.
injury, right? So any chance you get, you tell him to like just aaj mat daud bhai, just rest yourself, because we got like 2 matches against Bengaluru FC coming up. Away to Goa, always difficult. So you want him fresh for that. You got to rest JJ Lalpeklua. He's been missing some games. He's got some injury. They're not revealing much, but yeah, it's good that he's being rested. Balwant Singh got 2 goals in the last game, so the coach can be confident that okay, ye kar lega. Right, Duffy obviously is playing. Katsumi is still there, so it's not like the team that's going there is significantly weak. The only thing that bugs me, even as a Mohun Bagan fan, why did Sanjay Sen not go?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, even if it's irrespective of what team you're facing, whether it's big
the
team
head coach should be there.
because that's what even pumps probably more confidence into the team.
Yeah, but let's refer back to what Sanjay Sen said when I asked him about why did you let Shankarlal Chakraborty head the team during the CFL campaign. So he said, look, he's an A licensed coach. He can handle the team. He has shown it.
So are you comparing CFL to AFC now?
No, I'm not. But remember I-League last season when Sanjay Sen made that sold out comment and he was suspended.
He was suspended, so he had
suspended
no other option,
for 8
right?
games.
No other
but
choice.
who was heading the team?
No
Shankarlal
choice.
Chakraborty.
He was suspended.
Yeah, he was. But either way, we have a coach, assistant coach in the team who's probably the most experienced assistant coach in India right now.
Okay,
in terms
but
of heading
assistant
the
coach, why would you send him to AFC Cup? Why wouldn't you travel with the team?
I don't know. Maybe Sanjay Sen is not taking this particular opponent that seriously, and he thinks okay, Shankarlal will do
Isn't
it.
that already a negative
it bugs
point
me a
to
little.
start?
What happens is if Club Valencia are able to get a goalless draw out of it, they shut out Mohun Bagan in the away game.
And then in the home game, away goals count.
So if you look at it this way, they get a goalless draw, and somehow in the return leg at Mohun Bagan, Club Valencia are able to score.
Yeah, it's football. It might happen anytime.
So if we consider them weak, not being able to score, they can obviously go ultra defensive. They can, that is a possibility that you might see even against Colombo in the away fixture. They were not able to score too many goals.
But one goal is enough.
Yeah,
in a fixture like this.
So these are clubs that have played for a long time. It's not a new club that has come in. They've been here for some time in their country.
This is their first time in AFC Cup, by the way.
Yeah, but they have the experience. What my understanding is they might go for a 0-0 draw, considering the attack not as fluent as anybody would expect from Mohun Bagan. If they're able to get that, it's a good result for them.
Yeah, if it's a 0-0 draw, it's a win for them. You don't concede an away goal in a fixture like this. Big win for them, but still doesn't seem like they can withstand Duffy and Balwant and Katsumi in this into like attacking midfield. And who's there in the left? If you don't have Sonny Norde, Keane Lewis is starting, right? And Keane Lewis scored against Colombo FC before getting injured. So Colombo FC is definitely a better team than this particular squad. Okay, so that way it looks like, hey man, this is it's justified. You send a second string team, you try to wing it, because I-League at this point is super pressure cooker situation is going on, especially when you have a title race between East Bengal and Mohun Bagan. So you gotta rest these players. It's an unreal fixture. People are playing, like even Sanjay Sen was talking about this in the interview, that we are playing 4 games in 12 days. Who does that? So you want to rest.
All the teams are doing. All 10 teams are doing that.
All 10 teams are doing that, but Mohun Bagan are playing extra games.
Yeah.
AFC Cup, most teams are not playing. Bengaluru FC don't have to play qualifiers, and they're playing directly in the group stage in March.
That's what you get for playing well last season.
Yeah. So you have to make these compromises as well.
We are not putting out the points that you need to rest players, you need to do this, you need to do that. But nothing is justified. This is an AFC Cup. The approach does matter. Okay, we saw the approach. Your take itself says. We saw the approach last time what Mohun Bagan had against Tampine Rovers.
That's the biggest thing that should scare Mohun Bagan right now.
They just lost it with their attitude and approach. Like, damn it!
Last season, many factors converged. I think
still have reasons.
Yeah. No, I'm not justifying this. I'm saying that what happened last season against Tampine Rovers should be a lesson and should be what scares Mohun Bagan right now. But then again, last season, one of the reasons they let all these major players just sit out in a game like that is because, let's face it, big problem was with making a team before January. Okay, Mohun Bagan players had already done their Aizawl contracts, and Mohun Bagan officials did not want to spend that extra money to make a team before January, because they were okay with having Aizawl taking the team away for a while. So if they had won that match, that would mean they would have to play in September. They would have to get all these players back from their Aizawl teams. That would have been a disaster, or if they tried, they may not have been able to do it, and they would have been embarrassed in the AFC quarterfinals. Bengaluru did it because they thought of it before. That's the difference. That's the difference between.
You just said it.
That's the difference between a club with that big a budget who thinks of it professionally, and they started.
Damn your budget, Chiranjit! Please,
budget.
Please,
yes.
100-year-old club. You're giving excuses of budget. Where is your importance or significance giving? You only have to think about beating East Bengal, winning I-League.
It would have been very different. It would have been very different if there was not a issue of keeping players from ISL, or if this was before, or if this was before the whole breakup of that Vijay Mallya wala brand happened. If that sponsorship deal had been activated, this wouldn't happen. If there wasn't an ISL,
so whose
that wouldn't
lookout
happen.
Is this?
This is the fault is with Mohun Bagan.
Exactly.
Obviously, the fault is with Mohun Bagan. They did not foresee this. We have seen this time and again. They fail to foresee the problems that are coming up. Salt Lake Stadium is going under renovation. Why aren't you looking at Howrah Stadium or Ravindra Sarovar before? Why is it always last minute? Why is the environmental permit always coming at the last minute? It's always lack of foresight that kills them. But the point I was coming at this season is that factor is gone. Okay, there is no ISL before November, and Mohun Bagan will probably play in that ISL. This will be a post-merger ISL, so there is no longer that clash where players will say, I want to go there for 2 months and then I want to come back. So this time, Mohun Bagan should take AFC Cup more seriously, because it's possible for them to keep the team for all year and go all the way to the top. Because we saw last season, Bengaluru FC reached the final. Had Mohun Bagan been serious about it, we could have easily seen a Mohun Bagan versus Bengaluru FC final. How beautiful would that have been for Indian football?
Could have been.
Yeah, could have been.
Could have been.
See, these are the things. We will live in the land of what ifs at this point, because of this unreal situation.
I think Bagan has
that
lived all their life. I mean, all they need to boast is being 100 years old, legacy, this and that. And when it comes to such situations, there is no budget, dude. Or there's ISL players.
Even with bad budget, we want
challenges.
Even with bad
budget,
we won an ACL game. We were unbeaten in the AFC Cup group stage.
Then
we won
why not? Then
two
why
championships,
didn't you all go ahead?
2 national championships.
Come
and
on.
Okay,
that's what
we're
I'm
not
saying.
How big or how beautiful the game can turn out. Let's hope for a good match. And
hopefully that turns out well.
Let's hope your wish of having Mohun Bagan and Bengaluru in the finals again.
We're not having them in the finals because they're in the same group.
And
only one team goes through. That's a screw that
That's
AFC
a double
has
header,
given
no?
us.
Yeah.
So
Bagan had a chance. They did not take it. They have
Bengaluru
given a chance
FC
again.
took it. That's the fact.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there you go. Just don't. No excuses can justify.
No,
anything,
I'm
man.
saying that excuse is no longer there. So at least try to take it. Do it right this time, because you have another chance.
Resting
fate has
players
given
is
you
fair.
that chance.
What is the coach resting for? Is he resting his brains and strategy?
Family thing he cited.
Come on.
Yeah, I call bullshit on that too.
Bagan and their excuses. B for Bagan, B for bullshit. Yeah, there you go. Well, if you're listening to our show on YouTube, hit the like, share, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell icon to know to get new updates of our episodes. You can talk to us directly on Twitter, Chiranjeev, that's Chiranjeev Oja, Boza_Kevin for Kevin, and I'm on Twitter, Matthew94. You can also listen to our show on Audio Boom, iTunes, SoundCloud, etc. Have a great day. Cheers.
Hey man, just help me out, man. I need some podcast, man. I haven't had a fix in a week. Just need some.
Don't you worry about it. I got podcast galore for you, man. Just go to ivmpodcast.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Thanks, man. I'm gonna check it out.